And good evening from Premier Bank Gymnasium. It's another Fort Atkinson High School live YouTube stream and Facebook Live. Tonight's a girls matchup. The Fort Atkinson Blackhawks at 2-10 overall, taking on the Johnson Creek Blue Jays with their record at 1-11. I'm Brett Ketterman. Glad to have you along tonight, and on behalf of Sam Hess producing tonight's game and the Fort Atkinson High School Theater crew, glad to have you along for this non-conference matchup that has been years in the making, trying to get Johnson Creek into this fantastic facility here at Fort Atkinson High School, and we should be set for a pretty good barn burner here. The JVs won their matchup earlier for Fort Atkinson, so Fort Varsity looking for the clean sweep here tonight. For the Fort Atkinson Blackhawks, it's senior night, so they will be starting Lily Belzer, the 5'6 junior guard, averaging 2 points a game. Tyla Stouty, the 5'8 junior wing player, with 10 points. Julia Canters, a senior, 5'7. And the other senior, Alexis Jacobson, the 5'8 senior wing player, along with Ellie Cole, the 5'7 sophomore guard. Out for tonight's game is their leading scorer, Taylor Marquardt. She's on crutches, not suited up here tonight. For the Johnson Creek Blue Jays, they will start Josie Whitehouse, Hannah Buddig, Lexi Swanson, Brittany Rue, and Ashley Walk. Lexi Swanson, averaging 13 points, a team high for the Blue Jays, was the second team in the Trailway South last year. Again, Blackhawks versus the Blue Jays coming up, opening tip in just a minute after tonight's national anthem. You can hear Fort Atkinson PA announcer John Comer.
Three seniors, Alexis Jacobson, Julia Canters, and manager Abby Cole, have been part of the program for the past 4 years, and we appreciate all of their hard work, dedication, and commitment to the team. Tonight, following the game, our players will talk more about each of our seniors. They will share their favorite moments and talk more about their teammates. Thanks for coming to the game tonight, and go Blackhawks.
As you heard, it's senior night here at Premier Bank Gymnasium, and now the national anthem.
Remove your hat and join in singing our national anthem.
Welcome back to senior night here at Premier Bank Gymnasium. Normally this is where we say the tip is moments away. However, there is no tip ball. It will just be alternate possession arrow. Johnson Creek will start the ball. Fort Atkinson on defense. And again, senior night here at Fort Atkinson. So the two seniors that are suited up, Julia Canters and Alexis Jacobson, getting the nod at the starting lineup here tonight. I'm Brett Ketterman, glad to have you along here for tonight's game. Third home game in a row for the Lady Blackhawks. They'll travel on the road Thursday to Williams Bay before being back home Saturday with a tip against the Thunderbirds of Baraboo. And here we go. We're ready to start tonight's action. And for the Blue Jays, it will be Whitehouse outside the arc, guarded by Belzer. Fort Atkinson in a man-to-man defense. Dribbling it is Buddig to the corner. She'll stop and pop the three. No good, and Jacobson with the rebound. Belzer will run the show from the right side now with Marquardt out with the injury. Stouty, pull-up jumper inside the arc, no good. Rebounded by Cole. One dribble, put back, good. Ellie Cole starts off all scores the first 33 seconds. And now Blackhawks playing a little press. Now they'll back off just a little bit. And Buddig will be running the point. Hannah Buddig, the 5'6" junior guard, gets it off to Whitehouse. Whitehouse down low to Buddig, off the glass, good. And Buddig gets the Blue Jays on the board. Tie ball game at deuces. 1 minute in. Stouty left side. Back to Belzer. Over to Cole at the volleyball spike line. Now it's over to Cantors. Three-person game to Jacobson. Swings it left side. Belzer, three on the way. Drills it! Lily Belzer from downtown. And it's a 5-2 Blackhawk lead. Cole with the steal. She's going to keep it now, give it off to Jacobson, off the glass, good. Jacobson on the board, now Blue Jays cruising. It's Rue, shot up no good, and she's fouled though. She'll go to line for a pair. Blackhawks off to a great start. Probably the biggest boost, we'll tell you after this free throw, which is off the mark by Rue. Foul, by the way, goes on Ellie Cole. Biggest boost, Blackhawks with 7 points by 3 different players. Rue's next one on the way, a little too strong. Walk tips it and into Jacobson's hands. Cole right side, gets it over to Jacobson just inside the arc. Back to Cole, swings it left to Belzer, over to Stouty in the corner. Skips it over to the right side. Cole drives, stops. Jacobson gets called for the walk as she went to try to shoot it. Ashley Walk, the 5'9" junior, right there. Jacobson couldn't figure out what to do with the ball and came down for the travel call. 2 minutes in, it's a 5-point Blackhawk lead as the Blue Jays will turn it over on the diamond and one press by the Blackhawks. Belzer will inbound the ball right in front of Coach Wedig's bench. Stouty, three on the way, drills it. Tyler Stouty with a triple. 8-point Blackhawk lead, 4 different players scoring. There goes Ruse, laying, missed, and the Blackhawks get the rebound. It's Cantors. Now it's up to Cole. Cole right side, stops 8 feet from the hoop, gets it over to Belzer, back to Cole. Her three-pointer on the way is short. Belzer with the tip into Cantor's hands. Now it's Stouty from 7. No good. Tipped around. Jacobson, we have a whistle. It's going to be a foul on the Blackhawks. Foul's going to go on Cantors, her first, team second. 8-point lead for the Hawks. Diamond and one has created pressure and issues for the Blue Jays. Stouty gets the tip pass, and now the ball loose. Blue Jays somehow come away with it, and it's over to Walk. Back to Buddig. Now it's over to Swanson. Her shot on the way, no good. Swanson almost had her own rebound right through her hands. And it's Jacobson with her 4th rebound of the night. Cantors in the corner. Jacobson, triangle game, drives hard to the hoop, overshoots it. Stouty, rebound, good. Tonight's off topic will be exams. It's exam week here. Turnover, Blackhawks. Jacobson gets it off the glass, good. Jacobson with 4 points, and Crick will take a timeout, leading 14-2. As I mentioned, it's the 30-second timeout, use it or lose it timeout that was implemented because of the players and the officials wearing a mask. So Blue Jays using one, trailing by 12 here in the first 3 minutes, 15 seconds. As I mentioned earlier, tonight's off-topic conversation throughout tonight's game. Exams. It's exam week here at Fort Atkinson High School, so talked to a couple student athletes, got some funny exam stories, some not so funny exam stories. I've got two of my own, one as a broadcaster, one as a student. One will make you laugh, one will make you wonder how I ever got through high school and college. Out of the timeout, Blackhawks still in their diamond and one. Swanson gets it over to Whitehouse. There goes Wack posting up down low against Cantors. Skip pass over to Swanson down to the short corner is Buddig. Her shot is missed. They get it back, and now we have a foul. Ball was stolen from Stouty, back by Lexi Swanson, then handed quickly off to Hannah Buddig, who draws the foul. Foul's going to go on Cantors, the senior's second foul. And Hannah Buddig goes to the line for a pair. Buddig hits one. It's a 12-0 run the Blackhawks had in just 3 minutes. For the Hawks, that's an outstanding run. They don't have too many runs like that each game. Second one by Buddig is on its way and no good. Wack with the rebound. Now it's Jacobson gets the back weak side rebound. 14-3, Blackhawks up. Jacobson at the elbow over to Cantors, just inside the arc, overshoots it. Brooke Christensen checking in, and Kiara Wolfram checked in during the free throw. They both touched the ball. Now it's Christensen, loses it. Ball loose. Jacobson rips away with it, gets it to Wolfram. Wolfram's from 6, no good. Christensen rebound shot, no good. And it'll be Johnson Creek basketball. 14-3, Blackhawks with the lead. Whitehouse over to Rue. Back to Wack. Breaking the press, they do. Now it's back to Swanson. Swanson drives, pulls up from 6, overshoots it. Nice rebound by Rue. Shot block, gets her own rebound, gets it for the third time. Back out to Wack from 6 is good. Ashley Wack has a little streak going for the Blue Jays, scoring the last 3 points. Still trail by 11. Check it, 9. Cole, shot on the way, in and out. Rebounded by Swanson. Blue Jays bringing it up the right side. Buddig, now to Wack. Wack gets it back to Buddig up at top, guarded by Christensen. Now it's left side to Rue. Rue gets it down to Wack in the short corner, skips it over to Swanson. 3 on the way, no good. Nice hustle by Buddig, getting the long rebound. Now it's back to Swanson. Skips it, Wack with it. She'll flip it to the top to Swanson, guarded by Jacobson. Now on the curl is Buddig, no good. Wolfram with the rebound. 11-point, or check it, 9-point. I can't do math today. Good thing I don't have a math exam that we're going to talk about. I'm sure that would be quite bad today. Blackhawks throw it away, and they're going to say tipped by Johnson Creek. So Blackhawks will keep possession. Christensen in the corner. Back to Wolfram at the volleyball spike line. Right side is Cole. Back to Wolfram, over to Christensen, back in the corner. Cantors running the baseline. High-low between Jacobson and Cantors is stolen. Second turnover by the Hawks. Blue Jays with 2. Down low, it's Whitehouse. Her shot is no good. Rebounded by Christensen. Boy, Blue Jays have had a couple of nice looks, just haven't been able to buy any baskets. They're cutting through defenders as Ellie Cole. Ellie Cole will drop one in, giving the Hawks the 11-point lead finally that I keep mentioning, 16-5 with 11:40. Fort Atkinson takes a 30-second timeout, and as I talked about earlier, it's exam week. Obviously, Fort Atkinson having kind of a hybrid type of learning system, not their typical exam week where there's usually, I think, 3 exams in a day, and they give each class about a couple hours to do it. But it's still exam week nonetheless. I know my daughter had a huge English project she was working on. I'll say this, tougher than anything I've ever done. That's not saying a whole lot, but I'm just saying it was a tough assignment. So a lot of classes doing projects, a lot of them doing exams during class. So always impressive to see the student athletes out here playing, practicing, and still studying for their exams. Caitlin Burke checking into the ball game along with Peyton Nesty. Whitehouse shot on the way, too strong, and it'll be Nesty gritting it. Nope, now she'll lose it. Ball's still loose. Burke, Nesty, and Buddig. Buddig comes away with it. Swanson, little runner, good. Lexi Swanson makes it back to a 9-point Blackhawk lead. Wolfram left side over to Christensen. Again, Blackhawks playing without Taylor Marquardt. Slow Euro step by Brooke Christensen does the trick though. Splits defenders and banks it in. Rue on the break. Shot no good. Good job by Wolfram maintaining her position. Rue will miss the shot, get a rebound, and then get fouled in the process. They'll call foul on the floor. So it'll be Josie Whitehouse inbounding the ball, baseline left. Belzer checking in for Cole. Now it's Rue. Over to Swanson. Nessie tries to swat it away from Swanson. Down low, it's Fencutter, the freshman. Her shot is overlaid. Belzer, shot on the way, just short. Nesty gets the rebound, falls to the ground, and there's the travel. As I mentioned, it's senior night here at Fort Atkinson. Julia Cantors, Alexis Jacobson, and Abby Cole as the manager, senior night. The other interesting thing, you look at Johnson Creek, they have no seniors. Only 5 juniors out of 12. In fact, they have 9 out of 12 suited up on their roster tonight. No seniors. Reminds me of Lake Mills as far as the no seniors a few years ago. They have a JV team made up of all freshmen and sophomores. Johnson Creek with the ball, trailing by 11. Now it's Whitehouse up on top, over to Buddig. Buddig dribbles into the three-point shot. Whoa, nice shot. Bounce and roll. And Hannah Buddig gets the triple. Christensen over to Burke, back to Christensen. Shot on the way, no good. Burke tips the rebound, and Rue gets it. We have a timeout. We're going to set a record for timeouts here tonight. There'll be a full timeout taken by Coach Wettig and the Blue Jays. Again, when you look at Johnson Creek, they've had a pretty good run back in the early 80s. Not a lot of people remember that. I happen to remember it because I went to the majority of their games. But back in the early 80s, there was not divisions as far as like level 1, 2, and 3, or divisions 1, 2, 3, 4, and now 5. Back then, they had A, B, and C. And Johnson Creek, obviously being a smaller school, was in the C. Back in 1983, they made it to the state championship game, lost to Gilman by 2. The following year, they ended up beating West Grant 52-50 to earn a gold ball. And then in 1985, they made it back to the state tournament as well, where they lost in the semifinals. Those teams were coached by Don Jarvis and had a couple of great players, one of them being I believe my second cousin is how you would refer to her, Tracy Stammer. They had triplets or a trio of girls, I think twins, and then an older girl, Darcy, Deanna, and Dee Dee Weber. They had a black curly-haired point guard. I can't remember her name, but she was fantastic. Those were the heydays of Johnson Creek basketball, again, back in 83 to 85. Making it to the state tournament 3 straight years. Coming away with 1 gold ball and 1 silver ball. Not a bad run. Whitehouse with the ball, trailing by 8. Down low to Swanson. Her shot off the glass, no good. Ball still loose. Stouty Haddock got elbowed in the nose, and there's going to be a foul on Lexi Swanson. That's the first foul by the Blue Jays. Halfway through this half. Ellie Cole checks in for Christensen. Lily Belzer back to the right side to Cole. Triangle game with Burke. Now it's back to Stouty. Nesty running the baseline. Burke up on top. Nesty in the corner. Tries to bounce pass to Stouty. Her turnaround jumper is no good. And it's knocked right into Hannah Budig's hand. Turnover by the Blue Jays. Lay-in missed by Cole. And now it's going to be knocked out of bounds by the Blackhawks. Nesty checking out. Lexus Jacobson back in. Again, it's senior night here. Jacobson 4 points, 5 rebounds already. Ellie Cole hounding Whitehouse. She floats it over to Budig. Or Swanson check it. Missed the shot, gets her own rebound, and gets the putback. Three on the way by Stouty, drills it. Tyler Stouty. Hawks needed a little bit of an offensive boost there as Blue Jays got it to a 6-point lead, and Stouty, just like that, will make it a 9-point lead. Belzer will inbound the ball. Tries to get it to Stouty, and it's knocked away by Fincutter. She misses the coast to coast. Now it's Jacobson off the glass down low. But tell you what, with that, Alexis Jacobson has a new career high. She's played outstanding here tonight. Blackhawks almost get a steal. Now it's swung to the left side over to Budig. Down low to Swanson. Tries to back her girl down on the dribble. Loses the dribble but gets it back. Now it's Whitehouse. Fincutter overshoots the baseline jumper, and it's rebounded by Caitlin Burke. Belzer will control the offense, again in the absence of Taylor Marquardt, who's out with an injury. Stouty's pass is stolen. Swanson trying to make it coast to coast. Leaves it short. Jacobson with yet another rebound, number 6 for the senior. Skips it over to Cole, tipped around, and it's stolen once again by Rue. Rue's bumped by Belzer, and Rue will go to the line for a pair. That'll be Lily Belzer's first foul. Boy, just like this, the Fort Atkinson offense a little sloppy. 6 turnovers, I think 4 in their last 4 possessions. Swanson, or check it, Brittany Rue, who had missed her first 2 free throws. Hits her first free throw of the night. Stouty checks out. Julius Cantors checking in. Second one on the way by Rue is no good. Cantors with the rebound. Cole will run the offense. Short corner. Burke gets it over to Belzer on the dribble. Her shot is missed, rebounded by Budig. Now it's Swanson. Swanson over to Budig. Pull-up jumper from 12, no good. Cole gets the rebound. Try to get it to Jacobson, playing the triangle game. Now it's Belzer left side, down low to Canters off her hand. Finn Cutter and the Blue Jays with the ball, trailing by 10, under 5:20 to go. Budig, shot on the way, airs it out, but Finn Cutter gets the rebound and steps out of bounds. That'll bring, the dead ball will bring Josie Whitehouse into the game for Johnson Creek, and it'll bring Brooke Christensen into the game. That'll beat Cole now running the point guard. The sophomore gets it over. Now it's Canters. Now it's Jacobson in the triangle, back to Cole. Shot on the way by Ellies, no good. Canters ties up Budig for the rebound. Alternate possession arrow goes to Fort Atkinson. I believe that's only the first jump ball we've had since the alternate possession arrow. Blackhawks try to get it into Jacobson, and the ball's ripped away. Swanson, right, left side, lays it in. If you're just joining us, Blackhawks led 14-2 after a 12-0 run to start the game. But Johnson Creek has slowly nipped its way back in, and that's where we stand 23-15 now. Blackhawks without star player, leading scorer, Taylor Marquardt. She's out on crutches, not even suited up. Blackhawks, after jumping out to that 12-point lead, unfortunately kind of has had some issues with turnovers in the last 5 minutes. They have 9 turnovers against this Blue Jay defense. Speaking of turnovers, Burke gets the steal on the press, missed the shot. Christensen missed the shot. And it's knocked out of bounds by Johnson Creek. Shot on the way by Christensen, no good. Again, join us at halftime. We'll talk about exams. Give you the leading scorers, or just give you the scoring breakdown. Nice job defensively by Burke, knocking it out of bounds. Tyler Stouty will check in. We'll talk about exams. Talked to some student athletes, got some stories. I've got 2 of my own. For the record, book reports do not count as exams. At least most book reports don't. That could be another topic, though. I've got a doozy of a story of the book report. I don't think it's a doozy. Some people do, though. 8-point Blackhawk lead. Swanson with the ball up at top, guarded by Cole. Pass is deflected. Jacobson gets the steal. Now it's down to Cole. Again, it's back to senior night here. Blackhawks will skip the ball. Canters, 1 of 2 seniors, passes it to Stouty. Oh, halfway down and pops out. Brittany Rue and the Blue Jays will control the ball. Now it's Budig, guarded by Jacobson. Man-to-man defense by the Hawks. Rue over to Walk. Back to Swanson. Into the corner. Cole now closes out. Backdoor cut by Budig, lost. Jacobson comes away with it. Oh, Jacobson having a career game. 6 rebounds, 6 points, couple of steals. Blackhawks will have another turnover, though, and now we've got whistles and bodies all over the floor. Cole and Swanson hitting the deck. Under 3 to go. Stouty. Back to Cole, 3 on the way. Dro! Toilet bowls it around and drops it in. Ellie Cole was 7. Back to an 11-point lead for the Hawks. Walk with the ball, guarded by Canters. Canters leaving her out there. Cole almost gets the steal, but Swanson pulls it down just in time. Backdoor cut by Budig. Shot missed. Ball on the ground. Canters does a great job once again tying the ball up on the floor. Jump ball to Johnson Creek. As I just mentioned, hardly any jump balls until the final last minute and a half. Rue will pop out, hand it off to Whitehouse. She'll just lose the ball, but they'll retain possession anyways. Blue Jays ball trailing by 11. Skips it over to Budig. Over to Walk. Walk, three-pointer on the way. Overshoots it by a couple. Rebounded by Swanson. Blue Jays second chance opportunity. Shot on the way, no good. Jacobson with a board. Back to Ellie Cole now. 11-point lead, 2 minutes to go. Christensen, too strong, hits the floor. Rebounded by Cole. Back to Stouty with a big box out. Stouty hits the ground after the shot was missed. More bodies on the ground. It's like a rugby scrum. Canters on the floor once again, going for that loose ball. Under 2 to go until intermission. Belzer gets it into Stouty, or check it, that's Cole. Christensen, shot on the way, drills it. Christensen from about 14. Back to a 13-point lead. Largest so far is this 13-point lead. Oh, nice backdoor, or I should say baseline cut by Budig. She misses the shot, and Cole gets the rebound. Cole looks to drive back behind the back dribble over to Belzer. Back to Cole, left side in the corner to Jacobson. Back to Cole, 3 on the way. Drills it, Ellie Cole with 10. 1 minute to go until intermission. Largest lead of the night, 16 right now. Budig over to Swanson. Back to Whitehouse. Her shot on the way, no good. Cole gets the rebound. 42 seconds to go until break. Cole pushes it left side. Pulls it back out. Blackhawks reverse it over to Christensen. Now it's Cantor, short corner. Jacobson loses it. 30 seconds to go. Crick, patient. We'll look to see if they just want one shot. If they can hold it for 30 seconds for one shot. Swanson, 6 foot, rolls out, no good. Canters gets the rebound. 15 seconds to go. Cole, 10 seconds. Cole with the ball, gets it to Belzer. Christensen wide open with 4, just inside the arc, no good. Tipped ball, Christensen has it. Had a shot. Didn't realize how much time was left before she finally realized it. Took the shot, but it wouldn't have counted anyways. But the Blackhawks going in with one of their more dominating first half performances, leading at break 31-15 for Johnson Creek. They are led by Hannah Budig and Lexi Swanson, each with 6. 2 by Ashley Walk, and a free throw by Brittany Rue. For the Fort Atkinson Blackhawks, they're led by Ellie Cole's 10 points, Tyla Stouty with 8, 6 by Alexis Jacobson to go along with 7 rebounds, 4 for Brooke Christensen, 3 for Lily Belzer. Again, Blackhawks hot from the outside as they hit 5 3-pointers in that first 18 minutes, 2 by Cole, 2 by Stouty, and 1 by Belzer. For the Blue Jays, they had 1 by Hannah Budig. As I mentioned earlier, it's exam week here at Fort Atkinson High School. So our off topic I kind of assumed was going to be, let's talk about exams. Everybody has taken exams in their life. Even if your fan favorite Grandma Jan, or I should say Blackhawk favorite Grandma Jan, I think she took exams, probably used a chalkboard. But either way, I'm sure she took an exam to kind of see what she learned throughout her school year. As I mentioned earlier, I'll start by mentioning my first one was a broadcaster. As back in the day when I was a radio broadcaster, radio station that here in town had a contract to cover a local area school. This was not Fort Atkinson. I'll just go on record as saying it was not a Fort Atkinson coach. So when you cover a team and you do pre and post game interviews with the coach, you get to know them, you relax, and you talk about things on the record, off the record, and you always kind of chat a little bit before the pregame interview. And so I'm interviewing this boys basketball coach, and it's exam week at this school. And I just mentioned, hey, you know, how are the kids doing with exam week? I know it's a lot of pressure for these high school student athletes of studying, taking these tests, practicing, playing games. And this coach, in all seriousness, just looked at me and said, I don't even know why we have them. And here I'm thinking, maybe, why do you schedule a basketball game during exam week? You got, 3.5 months. And then he goes on to say, yeah, I don't know why teachers have to give an exam to see what kids learn. Aren't you taking tests throughout the whole season or throughout the whole semester? And I just kind of left it at that. And that was a pretty interesting take. And I'm sure there's some coaches that kind of agree with that. But needless to say, exams are still here 20-some years later, so they're obviously not going away. The other personal exam story I will tell you, this will make you wonder how I ever passed any classes in high school and or college, but I remember I was in French 3 here at Fort Atkinson High School, and I'll be honest with you, I didn't take French for 3 years because I wanted to learn French. I took it because I had some good friends that were in it that really wanted to learn French, so they convinced me to keep taking it. So I did, just because it was a fun class, easy class. Well, not easy, but it was still a class that I could take without any issues. And I'll never forget the end of the school year exam. So this is the whole school year. So French 3 exam, it's multiple choice. So I think, well, at least I have a shot. And I really will admit, I know nothing in French. My wife will agree to that as well, and my kids who have heard me try to speak French would agree to that. But anyway, so I thought, well, it's a multiple choice test. I at least have a shot. And so I take the test, and then at the end, there's an essay question. And they gave you three questions. You had to answer one and write 4 or 5 sentences. So I'm reading the questions, know absolutely nothing about the first question. Don't even know what it's saying. Second question, no idea what it's saying. The third question, I realize it says, hey, describe the mall nearest to you. So I thought to myself, I can do that. At that time, Janesville Mall was hopping. It had a B. Dalton's bookstore, if you remember that. So I wrote this awesome essay in French about the mall having a J.C. Penney's, having a B. Dalton bookstore, a couple other things. So after hand the exam and feeling fairly good about myself because I could actually answer this essay question, and my friends asked me, hey, what did you write your exam on? And I said, oh, I wrote it about the mall. And they just looked at me funny, and I said, well, yeah, it was the third question that said, describe the mall nearest to your house. And they just looked at me and started laughing and said, no, the question actually said, describe your house. So here I just had a really nice essay about my house having a J.C. Penney and a B. Dalton bookstore, among other things. I will say I had to explain to my parents why I did not get a very good grade on that exam, and that's also why I was not taking French 4. So, again, thought I was doing pretty good until that happened. I got a chance to talk to a couple student athletes, and probably the funniest story I can relate to was a student athlete said in their freshman year they were taking a math exam. And math exams, some people finish real early, some people don't. This particular athlete finished early, so they figured, well, I'll just rest my head on my desk. So she's just kind of laying there, not really paying too much attention, and she knew the exam time was kind of coming to a close, and she heard all this rustling of papers, and she looked up and saw that everyone was checking their answers, but that there was a backside to the math exam that she didn't realize. So here she had about 5 minutes to do a whole sheet. Student athlete didn't tell me how they did on the exam, but I'm assuming probably not great. Another student athlete said that they cried in almost every one of their exams that they took in a science class, and thought the teacher was laughing at them because of how, not even upset, but just how they were so paranoid about trying to take this exam. A couple other ones talked about needing really, really good grades to pass a class for an exam. Like, you know, you might have a D going into it, so you need to get a B minus and on this test, and they're saying, I never once got a test grade like that. And yet somehow they're able to pull it off. And again, talked about some really hard exams. Like I said, my daughter, I've had a couple other texts from people saying, yeah, they remember those English exams, projects. Very tough, very, very tough. But I will say, those ones that do a good job with it, hard work pays off in the end. So there you go, it's exam week here at Fort Atkinson High School. Blackhawks leading Johnson Creek 31-15. Under 3 minutes to go until the end of halftime. And again, to recap what's on deck, for the girls team on Thursday, they'll travel to Williams Bay. It's just varsity only. JV's not participating in that game. Their next live stream / home game will be Saturday, January 16th. The Baraboo Thunderbirds will come to town. JV will play Whitewater in a JV contest late morning. The varsity is set for a tip at 12:30. I'll have the call here on Fort Atkinson High School YouTube and on Facebook Live on the Fort Atkinson High School page. Then on Monday, they have a busy week starting actually on Thursday, so they'll travel to Williams Bay, practice Friday, game Saturday. I'm assuming maybe off on Sunday for the 7-day rule. And then Monday, they travel to Whitnall. And then on Tuesday, they have another home game versus the Monroe Cheesemakers. So a busy week ahead for the Lady Blackhawks. For the boys team, they are still on quarantine. I believe their 14-day quarantine ends on Saturday. So their next game, then once you're in quarantine, you have to have so many practices in. Once you take X number of days off in a row, WIAA rules state you have to have so many practices in before you can have a competition. So the boys will have played December 30th at Elkhorn. Their next game would be Saturday, January 23rd at Wilmot. That's a 2 o'clock tip time. Their next home game will be Tuesday, January 27th, I believe, when the Jefferson Eagles come to town in a battle for the paddle. Should be a great matchup for the boys. The girls I know play Jefferson coming up. That game's at Jefferson High School, so that will not be on the Fort Atkinson High School YouTube stream. But I'm sure we'll bring you commentary about that game. Interesting, there's 30 seconds left of halftime. Fort Atkinson's been out here for the last 3.5 minutes, 4 minutes. The Blue Jays just coming back from their halftime locker room talk. Again, this is a Blue Jay team. 12 players listed on their roster. They have 9 suited up. They have some that are playing JV and varsity, and the rules state now with COVID that really you can only play on one team, trying to minimize the contact tracing. And now looking at the Blue Jays, they've got 7 playing, 2 on the bench, 5 on the floor. I thought during warm-ups they had 9, or in their book they had 9 listed. So here we go, start of the second half. Glad to have you along on exam week and senior night. About the lone negativity I could see for the Blackhawks in that first half, they had 11 turnovers against not a real tough defense. On the flip side, Blackhawks forced 6 turnovers against the Blue Jays. So 31-15, Fort with the lead. Brittany Rue with the ball, right side. Skips it over to Swanson, down low to Budig. Cole gets the knockaway. Jacobson corrals it in. Cole cuts across the lane, no good. Stouty gets the rebound, flips it in. Stouty with 10. Hawks on a 10-0 run, going back to the 3-minute mark of the third, or I should say of the first half. Walk, or a check it, that was Swanson, misses the runner. Stouty gonna push it. Flips it in, no good. Budig with the rebound. Johnson Creek has not scored in the last probably 5.5 minutes. Stouty knocks it out of Budig's hand. Swanson tries to set a screen. Stouty gets around it. Now it's Rue. Back to Swanson. Down low to Whitehouse, and it's knocked away. Cole once again with it to Canters. 5 on the floor are their Blackhawks original starters on senior night. Alexis Jacobson and Julia Canters, the two seniors. Juniors, Tyler Stouty and Lily Belzer, and sophomore Ellie Cole. Jenna Fincutter checking into the game. As I mentioned, Johnson Creek with only 2 players on the bench. Now 2 came from the locker room, so they're back to their 9, which I thought that was odd that they lost 2 players. It'll be Budig with the ball, trailing by 18. I didn't write the final score of the JV game down, but I know Fort won something around 38-8. Blue Jays have 1 win on the season. That was at Williams Bay. Rue gets the rebound, shot up. They're going to say foul on the Blackhawks. The win against the Williams Bay, they led 25-9 at half. They got outscored in the second half 20-13, but the 14-point lead was able to hold on from halftime. They started the season losing 6 in a row before that win against Williams Bay. They're on a 5-game drought now. Rue hits the free throw. They needed that as that stops a 10-0 run by the Hawks. Going back to the first half. Second one is no good by Rue. Rue struggling from the line, just 2 of 6. Blue Jays as a whole, 3 of 8. Stouty, 3 on the way. Belzer tips it, but Fincutter will track it down. Fincutter, a 5'10 freshman for the Blue Jays. Now it's back to Whitehouse. Down low to Fincutter. Her shot, no good. Tipped off of Rue's hands. Blackhawk ball. Here comes Cole. Over to Belzer. Back to Cole. Now it's Stouty. Running the baseline is Canters. Belzer spots up for the 3. No good. Cole gets the rebound, though. Stouty, floater from 8. Good. Budig. Diamond in 1 press through Blue Jays' hands. Stouty almost gets the steal. It'll somehow land into Lexi Swanson's hands, and she'll lay it in. Swanson is the leading scorer for the Blue Jays with 13 a game. She's got 8 tonight. Second team all-conference in the Trailways South. Again, Trailways South comprised of teams like Palmyra Eagle, Parkview, Deerfield, Williams Bay, Johnson Creek. Those are those are all the teams playing this year. Also Madison Abundant Life in that mix as well. There's one other school from Madison that's not playing in the Trailway South. Can't think of it off the top of my head. Foul's going to go on Swanson, her third. Alexis Jacobson, who somehow always finds her way to the free throw line. Almost every game, most of her points come from the charity stripe. Gets there for the first time tonight and hits it. She's got 7, a career high. Second one by Jacobson is good. We have a timeout. Johnson Creek, 30-second timeout. As we mentioned earlier, a lot of timeouts in tonight's game. Very veteran officiating crew from Johnson Creek, Lakeside. I'm not sure where the other guy's from. Talking to the officials, though, before the game. I know one very personal. Know the other one just from doing games for the last 20 years. And they keep busy during the winter. Said they had a triple header not that many weeks ago. Game at noon, game at 2:30, and then a nightcap. That's a good day's work. That's tiring, though. Hope you don't have anything on Sunday planned when you ref 3 games like that. Blackhawks missed the first shot. Jacobson somehow comes away with the rebound. That's number 8. Jacobson 2 points away and 2 rebounds away from a double-double. Jacobson will miss the first free throw. Lexi Swanson checking in for Jenna Fincutter. Stouty, Jacobson, Cole, Belzer, Cantor's your 5 for the Hawks. Second one on the way is good by Jacobson. She's 1 away from a double-double. In points, 2 rebounds away. Rue up to Swanson. Cole gets the steal as Swanson tries to get it up closer to the basket. Cole just steps in front of the pass. Jacobson back to Stouty. 3 on the way. No good. Tipped around, rebounded by Swanson. 20-point lead, largest of the night, I believe. It is, looking at my notes. Swanson off the glass, no good. Cantors with the board. Fort Atkinson pushing it. Stouty, great pass by Cole. Even better catch and shot by Stouty. They'll get the steal. Jacobson missed the shot, gets her own rebound and puts it back. Jacobson 11 points, 9 rebounds unofficially. Johnson Creek will throw it away again. 10th turnover by the Blue Jays. Kiara Wolfram. Caitlin Burke getting set to check in. Wolfram will inbound for the Hawks. Cole running point now with Belzer on the bench. Wolfram. Over to Cantors. Triangle game with Jacobson. Now Cole, pull-up jumper from 8, good. Ellie Cole with 12, ties a career high. Only 3 points for the Blue Jays this second half. Almost 6 minutes in. Walk over Jacobson, shot up, no good. Tipped around, Jacobson with the rebound. There's her unofficial double-double. Cole, Cantors off the glass, count it! Julia Cantors! Going to the line for the old-fashioned 3-point play. Seniors doing it there on senior night as Jacobson gets the rebound to start the break and Cantors finishes it off. Drawing the foul. Josie Whitehouse gets the foul called on her. That's the 4th team foul by the Blue Jays. Brooke Christensen, Peyton Nessie checked in. Canters, free throw on the way is good. Canters with 3, and we have a timeout. Again, glad to have you along here at Premier Bank Gymnasium. It's senior night, exam week, middle of January. I'm not sure if there's any other things we can call about this week. But here we are on a rare Monday night game. Glad to have you along on our YouTube live stream and our Facebook Live. Glad to have you along. If you're just joining us, Blackhawks led 14-2 early on in the game. Blue Jays would get it back 23-12 or 18-12, and then the Hawks would take over and really led 31-15 at half and haven't looked back. I love the fact Johnson Creek and Fort's playing the game. That's been almost 10 years since I was trying to beg the coaches to make this matchup happen. Johnson Creek just down the road on Highway 26. Budig missed the shot, tipped around. Bowling alley bumpers do their job that time, keeping it in play. I know earlier it did not. I saw Athletic Director Steve Mahoney have to run to the abyss. However, though, because of COVID, they always have an extra game ball. They disinfected at timeouts. Christensen with the move, puts it in. Blackhawks still pressing up 49-18. A lot of good Fort Johnson Creek games. I remember when I was coaching in the summer league, when Scott Listusky was the coach. We played them one time here in our gym. That was a fun game. I think the score was something like 80-10. I won. Peyton Nesty over to miss the shot. Now it's Wolfram, shot in. That was a fun game. That was a fun year coaching summer league ball. Marie Fitzgerald, Lexi Wigan, Maddie Bear, just to name a few. Amber Forrester. A couple of great, I remember one game in summer league, triple overtime. We missed 2 shots to end the game. Kept going into overtime before we finally won. And then again, we played Johnson Creek in kind of an exhibition game, just to play. Shot on the way by Caitlin Burke, no good. Rebounded by Rue. I believe the coach at the time was the JV head coach here at Fort Atkinson, now Paul Ganser. Boy, Paul Ganser is just a basketball lifer. He's coached at Fort Atkinson a few stints, Jefferson a few stints, Johnson Creek as a head coach, Jefferson as a head coach. Shot by Swanson is missed. Nesty gets the rebound. As I mentioned, Coach Ganser's team won here tonight, earlier, big against the Blue Jays. Jacobson gets the rebound and gets fouled going to the free throw line for another shot. She's got 11 points. 10 rebounds unofficially. Actually, count that. There's a rebound there, 11. Jacobson, again, has been money from the line all year long. Julia Canters will check in for Caitlin Burke. 17-0 run the Hawks are on in 4 minutes. Christensen tries to save it, just a little too late. Yeah, 17-0 run in almost exactly 4 minutes. Again, that's quite the run for this Lady Blackhawk team. Also to note, 52 points. Right now they're tied with the most points scored this year. Blackhawks will skip it over to Walk. Her shot on the way. Overshoots it. Rebounded by Whitehouse. Canters gets the rebound and falls down in the process. Blackhawks looking to set all sorts of records here tonight as far as points from the last couple of years. Blue Jays off the inbound. Shot is partially deflected. Canters off the glass, good. Nice assist from Kiara Wolfram. Hawks are playing well now. 54-18. Walk. Foul's going to go on the Blackhawks. Foul goes on Nesty. Her second, team third. Whitehouse will inbound it to Rue, who will get it right back. Rue at the top, guarded by Wolfram. Down low to Swanson. Her shot no good, but she'll go to the line for a pair. Foul's going to go on Brooke Christensen, her second. Swanson hits the first free throw, so it breaks the drought. Fourth point of the half. Second one on the way is good as well. Swanson, the leading scorer, just 3 away from her season average. Midway through the second half, Blackhawks with a commanding 34-point lead. Canters on the baseline drive over to Nesty. Pull-up jumper from 8 rolls around. Ball still loose, and it's grabbed by Whitehouse. Now Nesty will foul Budig. That'll only be the 6th foul, though, so still not yet in the bonus. Blue Jays down low, wide open. Shot on the way is missed. Wasn't able to see which Blue Jay player that was. I think surprised themselves being that wide open. Canters over to Jacobson, up and under move. Just overshoots it a little. On the way, shot by Fincutter, no good. Rebounded by Swanson, no good. And Canters, once again, getting on the floor for that loose ball. Well, the Hawks have a season high in points with 54. Looking at my records, looks like they scored 70 and 72 points last year. 72 against Williams Bay, 70 against Baraboo. I guarantee they didn't score that many the previous couple of years. Shot on the way by Nesty, no good. Rebounded by Jacobson once again. Shot no good, rebounded Swanson. Blue Jays control it. Trailing by 34, it's Swanson right side. Now it's Budig, shot on the way, drills it. Hannah with a season high, 9. Career high of 15 in reach, as there's still 7:33 left. Johnson Creek with 2 3-pointers this game, both by Hannah Budig. Now it's Christensen. Splits defenders off the glass. Oh, thought it was going down, but Swanson pulls it down. Swanson looks to push it right side. Off the glass, no good. Ball still loose. Christensen tracks it down. Tries to get it to her teammate. Throws it away. Now it's Rue. 7 minutes left. Back out to Budig. 3 on the way. There. Oh, thought that was going down too. Wolfram gets the rebound. Under 7 to go. Nesty. No good. Wolfram rebound. Short. Ball still on the ground. Budig gets the board. Gets it to Fincutter. Over to Rue. Back to Budig. Blackhawks, couple of nice opportunities. Just couldn't get it to drop. Skips it to Swanson. Left side. Over to Fincutter. Finn Cutter's got some tools. She just has to learn to square up before she shoots. She kind of has that habit of shooting it as she's turning instead of just realizing you've got a beat to get it in there. Fort Atkinson will take a full timeout, leading 54-23. Hey, can't take the timeouts with you, and you can't sell them on eBay or Amazon, so you might as well use them if you can. 54-23, it's senior night, and it's been a very good showing by the two seniors. And Julia Cantor, she's got 5 points all this half. Alexis Jacobson, the 5'8 senior, has a season, or I should say a career-high 12 points to go along with unofficially 13 rebounds. And Jacobson's been a player that's been kind of coming off the bench at times and really kind of getting to the free throw line. Seems that she gets 90% of her points from the free throw line, but tonight she's been able to do it from the floor. A couple of nice rebound putback baskets here on senior night. So glad to see the seniors get some recognition during this strange season. There's also one other senior. She's a manager, Abby Cole. Former player, then kind of decided she'd rather help manage the team. As every team needs a good manager to help run the clock, help fill waters, just kind of help the coach out with whatever. Some coaches use the managers to help sell concessions, help get workers, a lot of different things. Manager's very valuable tool. Now it's Ellie on the dribble, gets it, hands it off to Nesty. Now it's Cantor's. Shot from 14, good. Julia Cantor's a new career high. Nice to see the seniors on senior night, both setting career marks. Rue with the ball. Back to Budig. Pass down low to Whitehouse is kicked by Jacobson, so they'll reset. Again, give Athletic Director Steve Mahoney credit for helping set this game up. It's not easy in this COVID world. Play all sorts of teams that are interested in playing. Hope this becomes an annual event. Foul's going to go on Ellie Cole, her second, team 7, so it'll send Lexi Swanson to the line for bonus. And she'll earn the next one. Swanson with 11. Swanson now with 12, one shy of her season average. Swanson with just under half of the Blue Jays' points. She's quite the player, the 5'10 junior. You can see why she's second team in the Trailway South. Cantor, shots missed, but Burke gets the rebound. Blackhawks reset. Cole gets away with a walk on the shuffle jump. Hits the three-pointer, though. Cole with 15. She sets a new high. My season notes will have a lot of bolded names, which means career highs, on my game line chat. Josie Whitehouse will get into the book. She hits the little 4-footer from the left side. 59-27, under 5 to go. Going to bring you a post-game show. I'm not sure when the post-game show will be. Cole, 3 on the way, no good. Jacobson with yet another rebound. As they're going to do some readings that I believe the players either wrote about the seniors or the seniors wrote themselves. Shot on the way by Ellie Cole is good. Cole with 18 on the night, leads all players. 62-27. So once that's over, we'll have an interview with Coach Rosic, and I believe the two players. Coach Rosic coming back from quarantine. Ellie Cole will check out to a nice round of applause from the fans here in the stands. Again, Fort Atkinson just last week started allowing 2 home fans, 2 parents, I should say, for every player. It's been nice to have some lifeblood in here, even though I know a lot of them would listen. Miss their comments, texting me throughout the game, but still enjoy having them here. 62-27, under 4 to go. Nesty, shake and bake move, fouled. Again, stay tuned for our post-game show. It'll be live. It'll be streamed. Nesty for the and one, misses it. And it wouldn't have counted anyways as there was lane violation. (62-27). Under 4 to go. Blackhawks with the lead. They're going to improve to 3-10 on the year. Previous wins over Whitewater and Elkhorn. Again, they've got Williams Bay coming up on Thursday at Williams Bay. Saturday, they have Baraboo at 12:30. Special Saturday matinee tip. 3 on the way by Budig, no good. Jacobson with a board. 15 unofficial rebounds for the senior. Nesty, nice quick spin move, no good. Gets her own rebound though. Puts up the 4-footer from the other side, no good. Gets her own rebound, shot off balance, no good. Tipped out of bounds. Last touch by the women in blue. And the Blackhawks will take another full timeout, leading 62-27. Again, glad to have you along here tonight's broadcast. Remember to set your reminders for the upcoming games streaming live on YouTube. Will be Saturday, January 16th. Lady Blackhawks will take on the Thunderbirds of Baraboo at 12:30 tip time. The JVs will play that game, but against Whitewater. And that game will be, I believe, about an hour and a half, hour 45 minutes earlier. So 10:30, 10:45 tip time for the JV squad. Then their next YouTube stream will be Tuesday, January 19th, when the Cheesemakers of Monroe, a Badger South Conference opponent, comes to town. Next boys live stream will be Tuesday, January, I believe, 27th. The Eagles come to town for a battle for the paddle. Then after that, honestly, the streaming, the home competitions are winding down. Playoffs for the girls start, I believe, around February 9th. Season's been moved up a few weeks to accommodate football and volleyball playing in what they call early spring. I think a 5 or 6 week football season, followed then by your normal spring season of boys baseball, girls softball, track and field, golf. So a lot of high school sports still left in the season. Off the steel hand of Budig, I should say, sorry. Drops it in. She's got 11. Again, immediately following the game, we'll bring you all the scores, and then we'll step aside until our post-game show. Stay tuned on Facebook Live and also on our YouTube Fort Atkinson High School page. There's going to be another timeout taken by Fort Atkinson. Again, can't sell them on Amazon. Can't trade them into a teacher for an upgrade in your exam score, so you might as well use them. Always a teaching moment. Coaches always will find a teaching moment, no matter how good of a game. Fort Atkinson leads 62-29, and I'm sure if you talk to Coach Rosich, he'll have a handful of things that his team can work on for their upcoming game. It's just kind of the life of a coach. Wins are very short-lived because you're always looking for the next game, and losses you brood about for a while, trying to figure out what happened. Not an easy life. But it is fun. As someone who's used to coach at many levels, many different sports, Canters, 3 on the way. Drills it. Julia Canters with 10, including a triple. Coach basketball, 8th grade freshman, was a scout under Hall of Fame coach Pete Van Almen. That was fun, going to gyms, watching opponents from a few games, get their offense down, out of bounds plays, and then meet up afterwards at a local establishment. Baseball coach, every position. If you like the coach, it's just in your blood. Lexi Swanson, 14 points on the night. Christensen in the corner. Over to Canters. She gets tied up. I'm going to say called on the bounds. It'll be Blue Jay ball. Officials doing another wonderful job here tonight. Stouty will check in for Canters on senior night. Canters will come off to a nice round of applause with a career-high 10. 65-31. Swanson, turnaround jumper, no good. Rebounded by Stouty. One broadcast will talk about coaching and everything that goes involved in it. Wolfram from 15 drills it from the side. I love baseball, loved coaching baseball, hated coaching baseball in the spring. Worst game was when I was coaching, assistant coach at Whitewater the year we won state in 1995. I remember coaching in a game that was about 33 degrees, windy, and it kept rotating between snow and rain. Mostly snow, so they kept playing, even though by the end, home plate was just a muddy mess. Brittany Rue gets the steal and the lay-in. Under 1 minute to go. That was not a fun game. I remember going back to my dorm at Whitewater after that game, not thawing out until the next morning. Budig. Well, that's why I like basketball. I like announcing basketball. It's indoors. Might be a bad ride, 3 on the way. Might be a bad ride there because of the weather, but once you're there, you're inside. Fort tries to push it up the floor. A little too far. Canters will check back in for Stouty. 31 seconds left. Blue Jays, 2 away from their season average, would like to get to that 35 mark. For the Blackhawks, they're 26 points above their average. Shot on the way by Swanson is gets a rebound after the initial shot by Rue is missed. And she'll go to the line. Swanson with 14 on the night. Very impressive showing for the 5'10 junior. Make it 15 on the night. Second team Trailways South all-conference player. Getting set for her second free throw. And it's made as well. Get another great effort by the Blackhawk offense. 67 points, all without their leading scorer, Taylor Marquardt, suiting up. She's on the crutches in street clothes. 8 seconds left. Canters, pull-up jumper from 12. Overshot. Christensen tries to save it, and it goes out of bounds. Blue Jays will have one last shot with 1.9 seconds left. And the ball will be inbounded. Budig, half-court shot on the way. Just falls short as the Blackhawks come away 67-35 for the Blue Jays. They were led by Lexi Swanson, 16 points, 11 by Hannah Budig, 4 by Brittany Rue, and 2 for Josie Whitehouse and Ashley Wack. For the Blackhawks, they were led by Ellie Coles, 18 points, 14 points by Tyla Stouty, Alexis Jacobson, 12 points, 10 by Julia Canters, 6 for Brooke Christensen, 4 for Kiara Wolfram for the Blackhawks. 67 points. Again, Jacobson with an unofficial double-double, 12 points, 15 rebounds. Stay tuned for our post-game show. We'll bring you a coach and the 2 seniors, Canters and Jacobson, after a brief senior night presentation. Producing tonight's show and the Fort Atkinson High School Theater crew running the sound, cameras, and production. I'm Brett Ketterman. We're once again from Premier Bank Gymnasium. It was Fort Atkinson 67, Johnson Creek 35. Have a great night. Stay tuned for our post-game show in a few minutes.